Thought I'd show you a bird's eye view of what I could see while I'm flatting. Let's see if I can get a bit more light. This is the finish that I'm starting with. Then we move to where I'm flatting now, and then where I found the level that I want to be at. This is I polished this so I could see where I was at with the panel matching, and I'm just working my way slowly along. This is the first cut of this section, but I pretty much know how much I've got to take off now, and obviously I'm aiming to get a lot better finish than what's there already. So I'm going to crack on. I just thought I'd show you what I see as I'm working along. See you a bit later. Right, I've now got the wing flatted to a level that I think is about the same as what I've done on this end. Obviously, if it's still got some orange peel, I'll flat it again, but I won't know till I start polishing it up. This has been done 2,000, 2,500 and 3,000 now, and I'm hoping that I've took enough off to start with. So I'll start polishing, see what the results are. Right, today we're on the front spoiler. All this, I'm going to flat all this down, all this. You can see the finish on that. I'm going to run the polisher over these bits. I don't think I'm going to be flatting them, but we'll see. So we'll get that done, and then I'll move into the engine bay. Now, because of the results that we got on the door trim area, Matthew has asked me to do the rears. The only problem is that it's a brand new trim, so it looks like I'll have to strip it out to be able to just do them bits. And obviously I've got to get the rear seats out, and I don't want to be squeezing the new trim through that, so I'll probably have to take the seat out as well. But these are the things we have to do. As you can see, I finished the wing yesterday, and it looks a treat. So I'm going to crack on and get this flatted and polished, and then we can move on. But both sides are done now. The roof's done. The boot I've got to go over again, because when I masked it off to dye the rear spoiler, the brown paper masking has left a few scratches in the paint, so I'm going to go over that again with a finisher, just get them out. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. And I'm sure standing on a field somewhere, it'll look $1 million. I'll see you later. As you can see, I'm well underway on the flat inside of this front spoiler. I've had a few runs over this side to flat out. The orange peel on that stanchion was quite severe, but I've got that a lot lower, and the surrounding panels are coming down nicely. As you can see, I've took an extra 2 minutes just to mask all the vulnerable areas off so that the flatting paper doesn't damage them, because I see that many cars coming from body shops where stuff has been caught with a DA sander or flatting paper and left damage, and literally takes 2 minutes just to protect yourself and the car with a bit of masking tape. Now, the major issue that I've got to deal with, and the reason it takes so long, is that if I run this along here, you'll see a lot of shiny spots. The shiny spots are the low spots in the panel, and it looks like there's been a major run over this side. Now, I'm limited to how far I can go with this, because if you see these high spots that surround this, I'll break through those before I can get to the low spots. I mean, it's that bad. I mean, it actually moves your finger. So I'm going to have to see how much of that I can get out. Fortunately, it's not in a really prominent position on the car, but you know, it carries on quite a way round this car, which is really going to take quite a bit of care and time to try and correct some of it. Like I say, I don't think for 1 minute that I'll get it all out safely anyway, but I was hoping I wasn't going to have to encounter more of this now I'd finished the metal work. But it is what it is, and we've got to get on with it. So I'll see you a bit later, and we'll see how it comes out. Bye for now. You don't want to see me. I've got a face made for radio, not a camera. Hi, it's another Saturday morning, and basically I've just completed the last of the outer paintwork that I was doing before I start the interior and the engine bay. So the last bit that I've been doing is polishing these areas that you can see through the grille. In particular, this bit that was really dry has now got some nice gloss, as does the rest of the panel. Now on the air dam, as you know, I've had to get rid of some anomalies. In particular was quite a rough section of runs over in this area. Now I haven't been able to completely get rid of the lumps, as I'll call it, but they are only really visible now from an acute angle. From the front, looking head on, it looks great. You can see very slight movement there, but to be honest, I'm looking from 2 foot away, and unless I already knew they was there, you know, obviously I'd see the disturbance in light, but it's nowhere near as bad. You know, it's more than acceptable without breaking through. So this now is all up to finished standard, and as is the rest of the car. It's been a long time getting here, but as you've been able to follow, it's been a lot of work, but very satisfying with the results. And I think the car's going to look glorious outside, I really do. So now I'm going to start in the engine bay and get a bit done in there. But it comes to pass that we're having new glass, and I'm a poet, I don't know, it get a rhyme every time. So because we're having new glass and I'm going in to wet flat the red sections below the rear windows, I'm going to remove the interior, which will give me access to them red parts, and also when they come to fit the new glass, it means that they're not going to be marking the interior, because I'll have it all out. So I believe that's happening next Friday. Like I say, it's Saturday today, so I think I'll spend my time on the engine bay, remove the wheels and give a bit of a clean up under the wheel arches, polish the wheels, ceramic coat them, ceramic coat the calipers, the hubs, and basically I've got to organise the stripe fitting, because we've got the pinstripe kit to go on, because it's a Mexico. And then once everything's complete and I'm happy that there's no marks from anybody who's touched the car, we'll ceramic coat the whole car, everything, glass, everything there is. So there's still a bit of work to do, but the bulk of it, which is the outside of the car, is now complete. So I'm very happy. The owner Matt is coming on Tuesday just to inspect, to make sure it's up to the standard he wants before the stripe kit goes on. So really I'm just going to get on with the engine bay, I think. Or should I take the wheels off and do that? Perhaps I should do the wheels first. Who knows? I'll make a decision. And then probably change my mind a couple of times. But as long as it all gets done, it doesn't matter, does it? So there we have it. In my opinion, it's mission accomplished. Even though it's not finished, but I've had to use virtually all the experience that I've gained over 40 plus years to get it to this. And I suppose it's nice to have these challenges in, because I don't really do two-stage polishing, and most of the jobs that come, as you know, involve some wet flatting, or I've got to get rid of some I don't know, cretins or solvent pop or whatever, and I enjoy being able to do that. You know, it's not just having a car in for a detail, it's like this has been a project, and it's very satisfying. And of course it's good to prove to myself that I've still got it. And I'm glad most of you have been enjoying what you've been watching. So I'm going to get on with some work now. Got a couple of hours left. So I'll see you sometime next week. Have a good weekend. See you soon. Just wipe the slurry off, which is a red paint. Remember, some of this car is just straight 2K colour, and some of it has been lacquered. Why there's so many different parts that are done differently, I don't know, but it doesn't make any difference to me. There you go. Just move along, get the rest of it done. I think you can clearly see I've started flatting this, but you can see how dry the paint's been put on. So I've got to take quite a bit off to get it looking anything like the rest of the car. I've started on the, I think it's called the boob, in the middle of the car, and I'll work my way around the sides then. You can see I've masked the wings off because I'm leaning over the car. Also the front of the car, because I don't want to damage anything that I've already polished. Bad planning on my part. I should have done the engine bay first, but it is what it is. So I've took the precautions needed for me to be able to lean over the car. And I'm going to get on flatting this lot down. Seem to be doing a lot of wet flatting lately, don't I? And there you go. I know you all like to see some results, so before I go home today, I've just run the polisher. It's not finished, but I've run it over part of the boob, as you can see. That's still the flatted, just to show the difference that it's achieving. I mean, you can see I haven't done here. I've still got to get in there, probably with my finger, in that drain ledge, but vast improvement. I just thought I'd show it before I knock off for the weekend or Sunday, and not make you wait till Tuesday next week. But there you go, it's going to look nice. Obviously I've got to be conscious of where I can fit the polishers in to polish it up. I'm using the Flex 1" adapter on there, and a Flex 3" polisher for the bigger areas. But all these parts are done with the 1". Takes longer, but you still get the same results. So there we have it. See you next week. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit it now and enjoy the rest of the video.